Hi everyone, I'm Zen. We are frequently suggested by YouTube and many textbooks to empty plant sources regularly for houseplants. However, professionals in plant rental service control houseplants by doing so for a long time. In this video, I will show our plants can be grown without root rot after saving water in the outer pot. Now I have a studio to take my YouTube videos where houseplants easily grown up will be placed. Calathea, Staghorn Fern, Syngonium, spider plant, and Dracaena compacta. I will not live here and just come to take care of the plants every 1 or 2 weeks. Now it's in the latter half of May and I came here after 2 weeks. How about the condition of Staghorn Fern? Water in the outer pot is running out under well controlled though. Here is Calathea, which looks good as well. We can turn the pot so that the plant will be exposed to the sunlight in a different angle. Water is also left, which seems to be good. Syngonium has a few withered leaves, whilst the condition looks nice. Water is also left in the outer pot. Well, there are white roots, which is great, since white roots are come out in hydroponics. Let's remove the withered leaves. The leaves look white since the studio is relatively bright. And this is spider plant, and the current pot cannot contain much water. Therefore, the plant is completely dried, but it's not a problem because the plant can be survived under dried condition. This is Dracaena compacta, which is put in the corner of the room. The condition looks good and water is slightly left in the outer pot. From now on, I can show you the watering method for all the plants shown here. The pot for Calathea still contains water, then newly watering a little bit. We can provide water rather more than expected as such. Now this is back to the original place. Total water amount is like this, assuming leaving the plant for 2 weeks without any treatment. It would be good if the pot is dried when I come back next. This is Syngonium, which can be managed in a dark place. Water is relatively much left, then only a little amount of water can be given like this. As water is still distributed, this plant looks healthy, not being wilted. This is spider plant, which prefers sunlight. As the cover pot has poles, water is saved in this glass container. We cannot put extra water in this container. However, it doesn't matter since the plant is resistant against dryness. For these Dracaena compacta and Staghorn Fern, a glass of water is given. The level of this water amount is sufficient for Dracaena compacta since water is still left in the outer pot. We can add water to strong leaves for Staghorn Fern, while we will be careful that water is dropped off on the floor from the leaves. This required extra work for cleaning. Later, in the middle of June, small houseplants are newly added to the room. The big and small Chamaedorea elegans, umbrella plants Schefflera, and the second Syngonium, Pachira aquatica, and finally Peperomia obtusifolia. I came to the studio 1 week after my previous visit. Every plant looks good without water shortage, although the Calathea includes more moisture. Then, let's check the water level in details together. Water for Chamaedorea elegans is still left. The Pachira's pot doesn't contain water while soil looks moisture yet. There is still water left in the big pot for Calathea. Syngonium is also sufficiently watered. However, the number of the withered leaves gets increased every time I come across. Probably this place is too shiny and needs to move to a relatively dark place. The small pot plants located below looks nice. Water for this small Chamaedorea elegans is still left. The second Syngonium is running out of water and previously given water is completely absorbed. Water for umbrella plants Schefflera is completely dried up. However, thanks to the palm fibers, the soil in the pot still gets wet. The outer pot for spider plant is also dried, while the soil is moist yet. Peperomia still contains water. How about this? The small house plants added to this group in June could be managed well. We would provide water again 2 or 3 days later according to the current observation. However, I will further add water today since I cannot come here frequently. For this Chamaedorea elegans, I would discard the water left and add new tap water to the pot cover by 1/3 level. Water left for Schefflera is also taken away and such an amount of water is given. For this Chamaedorea elegans and Schefflera, less amount of water is provided since the soils are still wet, making a little bit dried. Syngonium absorbed water best among the plants. As Pachira absorbed water much, I would provide sufficient water now at the half level of the pot cover. This is much, and I might take away the water. The current place for Pachira in the light would allow to provide much water. We leave the plants for 1 week with saving water in the pot. In the same space, Pachira and Syngonium were completely dried, while other plants' pots left water. Having that said, watering could be different among plants with various characteristics. Numbers of leaves will also impact on requirement for water, then we need some adjustment for it. I came to the studio after 10 days since my last visit, and now is in the latter half of August. Watering is now completed and all is good. However, a big Syngonium was withered beforehand since it didn't fit with the place. Schefflera and Dracaena compacta are also healthy. The studio is a good place for plants to our house because the condition as temperature gets relatively stable. Calathea is in general difficult with management. However, we can take care of it just by saving water in the pot if it's located along with a window equipped with a curtain. Then we can leave the plant for 7 to 10 days. Do you understand now that we can manage plants for 1 or 2 weeks without any treatment by keeping water in the pot? We need to know of the plant's characteristics and water amount which fits with the location of the plant. Then taking care of your plants will get easy. Of course, I cannot guarantee 100% to avoid root rot. As we have several points before starting the watering method to avoid withering, please check the video in advance. We cannot enjoy managing our houseplants if watering is not successful. This makes us frustrated actually. Surely please try this water keeping method. Applying these plants can absorb water strongly, then they get more and more lively. I will continue to show how I take care of my plants, so please subscribe my channel not to miss these interesting videos. Then bye bye.